are getting very close to the property. We are on Belford Road. I came out of Marshfield and we took Highway A for 3 miles. Then we went right onto Belford Road. That's this gravel road. We've gone about 1.5 miles and we're just about to get to the James River, and then we'll see the property. It's a little later in the afternoon. I usually try to do these videos mid-morning. It seems like it's a little better for videos just the way the sky is, but here's an afternoon video. That's okay. Okay, so there's the James River, and obviously you can see the crossing over the James River. River's a little low. Looking downriver. We're looking at Tract 1, which is on the right, just after the river. You get to Tract 1. I don't have an aerial map with me, so look at an aerial to see all the boundaries, of course, but we'll pull right up to the gate. It is gated, which is pretty cool. I'll pop this gate open and we'll have a look at the property. Looking back to the river, you can see the culvert and the gravel, so it's a good crossing. You can drive right to this property in any kind of vehicle. I'm going to go ahead and pull in and we'll have a look at this bad boy. Super private with that gate there. You can lock that, of course, if you want to. Looks like the guys kind of left a little brush pile there. Usually if the tractor has a loader on it, they'll push stuff like that off to the side. But if they used the tractor that didn't have a loader, which I guess they didn't, that's what that's about. Nice large open area down here, and we'll go to the river in a minute. But first I'll pull up the hill. You can get a look at that as well. Wet grass is a little slick. Okay. You can see the side is fenced there. This looks like as good a place as any to stop. So this is a kind of a higher area. There you can see the power line. If you were to build a sizable home or cabin, you probably want to do it up in this area. This is completely high and dry out of the flood zone. You can see the neighbor has a little cabin there, just for a weekend type deal. All the properties at James River Estates are restricted against living in RVs or campers or portable buildings. That's a portable building. You can have them on the property, but you can't live in them. You can only use them for camping or weekends or whatnot. Once you build your permanent structure, 600 square feet or more on a concrete foundation, then you can go ahead and live in it year-round if you like. This has county road frontage over here at the top, but the approach is down at the bottom where we just pulled in, obviously. Okay, let's head down to the water. But I mean, you've got the power right there, so when you do go to build, it's there. Or if you want to do like he did and have a little building out here and just use it for vacations and camping, that's great too. So we're super close to Marshfield, which is a nice usable town. Has the big Walmart and stores and restaurants and all that stuff. We're just only about 5 miles out of Marshfield. And then I guess about 30 miles out of Springfield, which is the largest town in southwest Missouri. And you can find just about anything there. So out here, super private. I mean, to find anything on a river in the Missouri Ozarks is pretty tough. And to find something on a river this close to a good town and this close to Springfield is just about impossible. We're looking all the time and it's tough to find. So here the hill is starting to slope down, and we'll drive down that. And as we get to the bottom, we're more or less going to be within the 100-year flood zone, which is why I say if you build a large structure, you'll want to build it on top. Now, there are no permits required. We're in Webster County, outside of any city limits, so there are no permits required. So, I mean, you actually can build. Down here, you can build right next to the river if you like. But when you go to get a mortgage, the bank will say, hey, we need flood insurance on that structure, and that can be expensive. I mean, when you have the option of building where it's high and dry up there, it's probably the smarter move. Although we've had some people who build their main structure where it's high and dry on the river property, and then they'll do like a day cabin down by the water, maybe even put it up on stilts. We did one of those ourselves, and it was a really fun project. We did a little cabin 8 or 10 feet up on stilts, and it was beautiful. That wasn't on the James River. That was on the North Fork River. But similar situation. So here, this last part is pretty much what people would call river bottom, which means you've got some gravel, you've got some grass. This is stuff that will get wet a couple times a year. Oh, and Tract 1 has the beautiful beach area. I didn't realize that until just now. Oh, this is perfect. The river is nice and wide here. It's nice and wide and moving slowly, but it's clear. So just up around the corner is going to be the bridge that we crossed over. And this is beautiful. Large gravel beach right here on the property. Slow moving clear water. That's a perfect place for kids to splash around right there. I can see some small fish. These properties are almost unique in that you own both sides of the river. So this property does go across to the other side. Which means no one is ever going to build their dream property right across from your dream property. Unless you build over there. But yeah, this property, Tract 1, does extend to the other side of the river. Now it's getting cloudy on me, but that's okay. We're just about done. This is probably the coolest beach area out of the 8 tracts down here. Don't tell the other property owners. But no, this is really cool. This would be an awesome spot to pitch a little tent or just hang out and play some volleyball and watch your kids splash around in here. I could see a couple lawn chairs right in the water there. That's what I'd be doing. Gorgeous. It is good fishing in this section of the river, I've been told, for bass. Certainly sunfish and some other little fish, but I've heard of some really nice bass getting pulled out of this section. You can put in your canoe or kayak right up there at the bridge that we crossed, and you can float down to your own property. That's an excellent beginner float for a little child. Or a big child like me. That'd be fun. Be about a 15 or 20 minute quick little float. So that is Tract 1 at James River Estates. Really cool property.